Good morning and Assalamu alaikum to my dear students, boys and girls. I hope you are fine by the grace of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. I am your English teacher, Muhammad Yusuf Al-Amir, and I'll be teaching English literature for you. Unfortunately, boys and girls, we were supposed to have a physical face-to-face class in the school, but for some reason we are not being able to do that. I hope today this video with me and you is going to help us, and especially you, to understand today's topic in English literature. Children, today the topic that I've selected is from the textbook ORC, Oxford Reading Circle 3. I'm very sure, boys and girls, that you have this book, this textbook, included in your syllabus. I would like you to open up this book because you'll be following today's video class with me onto the board, following by this book. So boys and girls, please, without further ado, let us open up to page number 140. 140. For your convenience, children, I'm going to write down today's topic, the page number, and today's text onto the board. Please follow me. So children, as you can see on the board, today's topic we have selected for you is from the ORC, or Oxford Reading Circle 3, which is in page number 140, chapter 20. Today our topic is Hide and Seek. It's a poem. So the selection of poem is on page 140, boys and girls. I want you to open up the book while you follow me onto page 140. For your clarity, children, I am going to read aloud the entire poetry to you with proper pronunciation. What I want you to do, boys and girls, is to follow me as I read slowly and perfectly each and every of this recitation stanzas. Please follow me. Hide and seek to this point on chapter 20. Sarah pushed the door, tiptoed inside, then shut the door fast behind her. The cupboard's dark, good place to hide. Nickel won't find me here, ever. Brother Nick's, renowned for some odd tricks, began to count loud and steady. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 100. Coming, you ready? Next page, please, boys. In darkness and fear, Sarah stood still, while Nick stalked her throughout the house. Then all at once, loud and most shrill, she heard the soft squeak of a mouse. "Aye," she screamed, and burst out the door, traveling faster than light. There, with a smile spread on the floor, was Nick's, who had done all the frightening. It's written by Ash Vanagar. Boys and girls, we will read one stanza at a time for clear understanding. Please follow me with the words. The first stanza says, Sarah pushed the door, tiptoed inside. Do we understand the meaning of the word tiptoed? Let us write it down here. Tiptoed, that's the first word we need to understand today, which means walked quietly and with care. Where did I find the meaning from? It's right here on page 140 below. You can find the meaning right there in the book. Tiptoed means to walk very quietly and carefully. Sarah pushed the door, tiptoed inside, then shut the door fast behind her. The cupboard's dark. Good place to hide. Nikhil won't find me here, ever. So boys and girls, do you understand what this poem is about? That's right, the poem is about children playing hide and seek. There's a girl here called Sarah who is hiding and thinking about hiding in a cupboard because the cupboard was dark, she says, and Nikhil won't be able to find her. Second stanza. Brother Nick's, renowned for some odd tricks, began to count loud and steady. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 100 coming. You ready? The second stanza talks about Nikhil or Nix. He's renowned for some odd tricks. Here's a word here, boys, which is renowned. The second word for us today is renowned, which means to be famous and well known. So who was famous or well known? Nikhil was. Nix was famous for odd tricks. Odd means something strange or unusual. So let us find another word which might help us to understand is odd. You may find the meaning here also, boys and girls. It means strange or unusual. So, Brother Nikhil was counting and he has cheated a little bit. He has tricked a little bit using some funny tricks. See here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then 100. She jumps from 6 to 100. I'm sorry, Nikhil is a boy. He jumps from 6 to 100, playing a trick, cheating here. And then he yells out, 100, coming. You ready? So now he's going to look for the girl or his sister, whose name is Sarah, and find her out. Seek her out. Let's read in the next page here. In darkness and fear, Sarah stood still. You know she's in the cupboard now, and she's standing in the middle of the darkness all alone. While Nix stalked her throughout the house. Here's this word here, stalked. Stalked. You may also find the meaning in the book on page 141, which means followed or tracked as when hunting. So who is hunting? Who is following? In this case, Nix or Nikhil is following. So Nikhil, finishing his 100 count in a tricky way, he comes out and he looks for his sister. And Sarah is standing inside the cupboard, waiting in fear. Then all at once, loud and most shrill, she heard the soft squeak of a mouse. So, Sarah was standing and waiting inside the cupboard, and suddenly she hears a shrill noise. Very shrill. S-H-R-I-L-L. Shrill. Shrill means a very high-pitched sound. Let me write it down. High-pitched sound. Okay, a very loud and shrill kind of a voice came out from inside the cupboard where the girl, or Sarah, was hiding. She heard the soft squeaking noises of a mouse. Squeak is also a word. It's a sound made by small animals, like in this case, mouse. Let me read this stanza. In darkness and fear, Sarah stood still while Nick stalked her throughout the house. Then all at once, loud and most shrill, she heard the soft squeak of a mouse. So there was a mouse inside the cupboard. And you know how the girls hate mouse? Aye, she screams out loud, and burst out the door, traveling faster than lightning. There with a smile spread on the door was Nix, who had done all the frightening. So now we know what Nikhil has done. I think, and you also may also think, that Nikhil might have kept that mouse inside the cupboard to scare his sister. And he was smiling outside and was all happy because he had finally played a very nice trick of frightening his little sister. Here's also two words that you may find difficult. The one is lightning. And the other one is frightening. Lightning and frightening, two rhyming words. The meaning of lightning is The sudden light caused by thunder. It's the light caused by thunder during a storm. If you have seen it in the sky, sometimes huge bolt of light comes around during a storm. It happens, and the light that we see is called the lightning, and the sound that we hear is called the thunder during a storm. What is frightening? Very easy. Frightening means something which is scary. So, she, after hearing the sound of the mouse squeaking, she got so afraid that she screamed and then burst out the door and ran as fast as lightning. We know that light is the fastest. Light travels the fastest. So she also ran out like lightning, and Nikhil, who was standing outside having fun, playing the trick and all, he was very happy because his sister was finally frightened or scared. So frightening means scary. For your convenience, children, I'm going to read out the poetry one more time so that you can understand the pronunciation. Please follow me while I read it quite slowly, one stanza at a time. Hide and seek. Sarah pushed the door, tiptoed inside, then shut the door fast behind her. The cupboard's dark, good place to hide. Nikhil won't find me here, ever. Brother Nix, renowned for some odd tricks, began to count loud and steady. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 100 coming. You ready? In darkness and fear, Sarah stood still, while Nick stalked her throughout the house. Then all at once, loud and most shrill, she heard the soft squeak of a mouse. Aye, she screamed and burst out the door, traveling faster than lightning. There, with a smile spread on the floor, was Nix, who has done all the frightening. I hope you understand, boys and girls, the pronunciation and the recitation of the poetry, and I have explained the words to you as well. It will be written down in your study lesson, so I hope you'll be able to learn it by yourselves. Today's homework for you would be, number 1, would of course be recitation. Please practice the recitation of the poem. That's first homework, and the second one is learn the words' meanings. Of course, if you don't remember the words, how will you be able to remember the poem? So you must learn the meanings of the words as well. You must learn these two things and practice as much as home so that you can submit the next homework, inshallah. So that would be for today. One class, one done. Thank you so much. Jazakallah. Very good. Assalamu alaikum.